Hi everyone, welcome back to Borrow and Build. And I want to give a shout out to every subscribers. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, watching my videos, and taking your time to subscribe. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In today's video, I want to talk about how I pay every bill without keeping cash. This is my Robinhood account. My account is over $21,000. It's not much, like I always say in my video. It is not much, but I use this account to live off my portfolio. My margin is about $6,200. And even though I'm using $6,000 here, remember that I buy stocks every day, which are the S&P 500, SPLG. I'm buying SCHG. I'm buying OT. I have some MSTR, not a lot, some Misty, and I have a gold share here because gold is all-time high. So I'm kind of leaning a little bit to gold, even though it doesn't pay a dividend. The thing is that I'm using this account, which is not much, by the way, because I'm adding basically most of my money into this account. And every time I use the account and every time I get paid, I deposit the money, most of it, not 100% yet, but most of it, and I pay my bills. I pay my phone bills, I pay my car insurance, I pay my groceries using my credit card, which pays me 1.5% on everything I buy. So basically, for every $100 I spent, they give me or they pay me back $1.50. So by using my credit card and using margin, and let's say I'm paying 6% in margin, so by using my credit card, that 6% drops to 4.5%. That 6% drops to 4.5%, which is laughable. The amount of margin that I'm paying is laughable if you think about it. Because when you use your credit card and you leave a balance on your credit card, you know they're going to charge you about, depends on your credit score, but usually it's above 15 or sometimes 20%. So it's crazy how much money they are charging you on your credit card. Remember, with this account, I get to do a lot of stuff, not just buying groceries. Like, I get to travel. Like, I just went overseas and spent 2 weeks with my family, and I literally pay everything with my credit card, like my flight and whatever, my Uber, my credit card, whatever you want to call it. And I went overseas. I used my credit card over there, which I got 1.5% on everything that I buy. It's already paid off. And like my account, it's like the same, right? I get it. Everything is all time high. Everything, like the growth stocks is all time high. Um, you know, gold is all time high. Everything is all time high. Groceries are expensive. The only thing that it's losing value are two things. My job, which I'm not getting a pay increase, and even if I do, it's so minimal. And your fiat money, your dollar is collapsing. Your dollar is losing value. So I trade off my paycheck and my fiat money, my cash, deposit that, buy assets with this money, and I get to live off with this account. For example, you see, I have about 258, almost 258 shares of SPOG, which is the S&P 500. You see, I'm 19% 19%, because even though it doesn't pay a dividend, but it's growth. But of course, like this account could drop and something might happen in the world that it could drop 10, 20%. I get it. But one thing for sure that is going to keep growing over time are assets, because these are companies producing things. Like I'm buying the entire market, which is Google, Amazon. Like you can see Google, like you on Google right now. YouTube is Google owns YouTube. Like when you search for something, you're using Google. When you're using your iPhone or whatever Apple provides or makes, you are using things that that is taking an effort for things to be made. You know, energy are being spent on these things. So they are create the government are not creating anything. They are just printing money. And by doing that, they are screwing the working class, the people that are already poor, and the only people that can kind of get ahead a little bit are people that are buying assets. So that's why I try to live without keeping cash, because cash is a losing bet. So that's why I keep as less cash as possible, because by doing this, I make sure that my assets grow over time. And trust me, like I don't want to, work till I'm 60 years old or till I'm 70 years old to get a paycheck and try to live life. And if you don't believe me, subscribe to the channel, track my channel, and you see that over time I'm right. And remember, I'm buying dividend stocks and I'm buying growth stocks. And remember that using margin over time is going to be optional. And if I have to pay off margin with my fiat money, let it be. Okay? So that's how this is how I pay every bill without keeping cash. This is like one of the things that the rich people do. Like they use their assets to create wealth and to do things in life. So this is the end of the video. If you want, like I said, if you want to track my channel to see how I do over time, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in the next one.